What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video and welcome to your stimulus check update, stimulus package and infrastructure update, and daily news report for Saturday, July 3rd. There's a lot of stuff that we need to go over today. First off, I'm going to address how there's more stimulus for families as being proposed. We're going to talk about the fourth stimulus check. We're going to address infrastructure and whether or not infrastructure and stimulus are going to be enough, or are Democrats going to go too big and too bold in the next package? So there's a lot of things in question. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Saturday. Tomorrow is the 4th of July. Hopefully you guys will be having an incredible day tomorrow as well. Now let's get into what some are asking. Many economists question. They simply question whether the bipartisan infrastructure package that this group of 21 senators and the White House are agreeing on, will this be enough to satisfy Democrats? Some say no. And I've heard many of you guys in the comment section also say this, that the bill is too small and it doesn't provide the American people with any relief. It doesn't provide anything for them. But this is the main infrastructure package, it's the bipartisan bill. There's still going to be a social infrastructure package that comes next, which comes on the heels of the bipartisan bill. At least this is the way that Democrats are planning it, and this is the way that the Biden administration was planning it from the beginning, is to have we already had the American Recovery Plan. That was the first bill. It's a three-part plan. The American Recovery Package, that was the stimulus package that we already received the $1,400 from. And then after that was the American Jobs Plan. And that is this bipartisan bill that the group of 21 senators was working on with the White House. And then the last one is the American Families Plan, which is going to be more for families, individuals, parents, children, things like that. And so some say that lawmakers, specifically progressives and Democrats, are going to push this so high, it's going to be too big. And this is one of the reasons why they say that Republicans at this time should do a little bit more to satisfy the needs of the Democratic Party. Because if they don't, the next package, which Democrats won't need any support on, they will not need a single Republican vote on, the next package will be too big. That's what economists are saying, and economists are worried at this time. Some wonder how big Democrats will go. We know Senator Bernie Sanders has already stated he wants to see something right around $6 trillion. We know Senator Joe Manchin wants to see something closer to $2 trillion. And even President Biden, he proposed his initial framework was going to be right about $4 trillion. But this was for the infrastructure package. This was the American Jobs Plan and the American Families Plan. Both of those combined were going to be $4 trillion. But Bernie Sanders is saying no, that for $6 trillion, we are just going to pass the American Families Plan. So just that alone. So some are saying that's going to be too expensive, and many worry that it's not going to get the support that it needs to pass. And progressives say that if the American Families Plan is not going to pass, they will not support the American Jobs Plan, which is the bipartisan infrastructure package. So right now, everything is currently in question. One thing that is not in question is the support that Democrats are giving families with children. And I've been saying this for a while, that what we are going to see, and this is now, we're starting to see reports on this, is that what we are going to see is that there's going to be a certain part of the economy recovers faster than others, and then the other sections are like lagging behind. Well, the reports that we're starting to see now, and actually we saw yesterday, is that with Democrats proposing more relief and assistance to families with children, that's actually going to hurt individuals. That's going to hurt retirees, and it's actually going to cause more inflation at some point, which means products are going to cost more, which means if you do not have children, you do not receive a child tax credit, you do not receive this other benefit, you are going to struggle because things are going to be more expensive for you. So one of the new proposals, and I'm going to break this down again, I talked about this a little bit yesterday, and I referenced this I think last Wednesday, possibly Tuesday, was Democrats are proposing a $9,000 stimulus plan for children and for families. What we are hearing is that Democrats, and this is coming from the two senators from Oregon and Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, they're proposing to give children $500 per year. If you're an individual and you make less than $75,000 per year, then your child would get a $500 pretty much savings voucher or credit per year. And you'd get this up until 18, so you could receive a total of $9,000. Okay? This money cannot be used the year that you receive it. This money, you can use 50% of this, so up to $4,500 once you turn 18, and you can use this only for college. Or you can save this, and once you turn 26, you can use 100% of this money, and can go pretty much anything. But the point of this is to save money for possibly a house or starting a family. That's the goal. Now, there are suggestions that this should open up, and this should, yes, $500 per year per child would be great, and it would be very beneficial. But how is this money going to work? Is this just going to sit there? Is this going to accrue interest? Is this going to index with inflation? How is this really going to work? So some are saying that $500 today might not be worth as much in 10 years or 18 years. So maybe we should index this with inflation. But then, and again, this is still new, it's just proposal, it's not a bill yet, and nobody's really kind of negotiating this just yet. But what some are saying is, if we index this with inflation, shouldn't we be indexing Social Security with inflation as well? And so this is where the questions come up. And this is one of the reasons why providing additional relief to the American people is becoming such a headache for many lawmakers, is because they propose a plan, and it's a good plan. I think $500 per year for a child, and it's going to go from 0 to 18, is a good idea. But then others bring up different proposals and kind of break off and branch out, and it changes the plan completely. For instance, some say that this is a good idea, but what if we just increase the child tax credit an additional $500? Wouldn't that do the exact same thing? And others say that no, parents would actually spend this money, and the only reason why proposing a up to $9,000 stimulus for children to then go and use this money once they become 18 for college or 26 for a future expense, the only reason why this money is still going to be there is because you are prohibited from even touching this money until you turn 18 or 26. Now, exactly how they're going to do that, honestly, just don't know. Because as of right now, pretty much anything that you put money into, you can go and pull it out. You just have to pay a fee, right? It's very simple. You just pay a little fee, and you can go pull your money out. No big deal. And so this is where some are saying that that's what is putting everything into question, is that somebody provides a little plan or proposal, and then somebody sees it and be like, oh, that's a good idea. That's a good framework. But let's kind of flesh it out a little bit. Let's branch it off this way. Let's see about making it, instead of $9,000, let's do $12,000. Let's up it a little bit. And again, this is not coming from just people wanting to provide more, and just lawmakers wanting to provide more to the American people, but this is also, some lawmakers will push for more because it's like, oh, that Republican is wanting to provide this. Well, we're going to step it up just a little bit. We're going to provide and kind of tweak it just a little bit so that the American people think, oh, that's a Democratic plan because this person wants to increase it, wants to do this and that. And well, I'm going to vote Democrat because I want this. I need this. And so that's what we're hearing, is being that we're just a year away from elections, right? From midterms, okay? The midterm elections. What we're hearing is that if we want to see Democrats hold the majority in the House and the Senate, that Democrats have to go and provide more, bigger and bolder legislation. And that leads us into, is the infrastructure package, as it stands right now, is it enough? Is the stimulus package, the social infrastructure package, is that enough? Or should we provide more? And so that's where the discussions are currently at, is, okay, all right, I see what Republicans are doing. Let's take their idea, let's make it bigger, let's make it better, let's provide more to the American people, and we'll just win back the House and Senate. And that's where Republicans are trying to really get their side, get the Republican side on board, be like, you know what, if we keep spending the way we are, we're going to see massive amounts of inflation, which is going to cost more. And President Biden's already stated that anybody making under $400,000 per year will not pay a penny more in taxes. Well, you may not, You may not pay more in taxes, but you'll pay more for the physical product, for the different things that you're buying, the services that you need. You're going to pay more there. So taxes aren't going to matter. You're going to pay more at some point. So again, and when you pay more for a product, then you pay more in taxes. That's the way it works. So let's say a product costs $1 and you pay 5% taxes. You pay 5 cents, it costs you $1.05, right? But if you pay 10 cents, let's say you pay 5 cents, but it costs $2, right? It went up a whole buck. Then instead of 5 cents, you're gonna pay 10 cents. So yes, you will pay more in taxes because the products are costing more, the services are costing more. So President Biden essentially lied to the American people, and that's the spin that Republicans are gonna put on it, right? That's exactly what we're going to see. So that's why I wanted to bring this update to you, because we are seeing a bigger push for more assistance for families. We're seeing that. But the Republican side is, if we continue to push for more assistance for families, then it's going to raise all prices for every single person out there, which means if you're on Social Security and you're on a fixed income, well, your income does not go as far. It's not go as far because of inflation. Well, if you're an individual and you make a certain income, you might have to go and work more hours. You might have to go work more hours or get a better job, get paid more because, well, your income doesn't go as far as it used to due to inflation. So what we know is right now, many experts are just worried that this infrastructure package that we are seeing, and this is both a bipartisan bill and the budget reconciliation bill combined. Experts are saying that these two are in question because there's so many, especially Democrats, that are fighting, and they're fighting, okay, progressives want to see both bills pass at the same time. But yet President Biden stated they're not linked together. They are not linked together. But yet progressives already had Speaker Pelosi state that she will not bring the bipartisan bill to the floor of the House until the Senate passes. Okay, the Senate has to pass the budget reconciliation bill in the Senate first before they bring the bipartisan bill to the floor of the House. That's at least a statement from Nancy Pelosi. Okay, so the problem with this is right now they're on recess until July 12th. And then they'll come back. Well, do you think the Senate's going to pass a bill on July 12th? Absolutely not. It's probably going to take them a couple weeks. It's going to take them a couple weeks to negotiate this. Let's say they come back on July 12th. They negotiate for a couple weeks, finally reach a deal. The deal goes through. It's probably pretty close to August by now. Well, in August, all of Congress goes on recess for the entire month. And so then they're on recess for an entire month. Well, this bill might pass the first week of August, and that would be have to pass through the House. Well, if there's any changes in the House, and there's 94 progressives in the House, if they all voted no, they did not support this bill that came from the Senate, then what happens? Well, if they make changes in the House, it has to be kicked back to the Senate, has to pass through the Senate again, and then it can finally be sent over to President Biden for a signature to become a law. So right now, lawmakers are saying and experts are saying that everything's in question because the Democrats want more checks. They want more assistance, more relief to the American people. Republicans want to go a little bit smaller. They want to provide more assistance to businesses. And they say businesses are the reason why the economy actually recovered the way it did. The businesses are hiring back employees, and that's actually doing a very good thing. The PPP money, okay, that actually did an incredible job. Some say that we should provide more assistance to businesses. There was a proposal that actually provided billions of dollars to restaurants that Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, he actually proposed and got passed. Well, the businesses ran through that money so quickly. Some are saying we need more assistance to businesses at this time. And so that's where we are going to continue to see another push. Do we see more for businesses? Do we see more for the American people? Do we see more infrastructure? Or do we see just completely less spending? That's where the discussions are at. So I just wanted to fill you in on this update. I know you guys are probably busy. You probably have things to do. So that's one of the reasons why I just wanted to do this quick little update for you guys. If you have any questions whatsoever on the stimulus checks, the child tax credits, the American Savers Plan, this $9,000 plan for children and families, if you have any questions regarding infrastructure or anything in between, please ask your questions down in the comment section below. I just want to thank you guys for watching. If you could and you enjoyed today's video, do me a favor, hit that like button. It really does help out the channel. Also, consider subscribing so I can continue to keep you updated on everything that's going on. And I'll see you guys on the next one.